I will be explaining lesson 23, homework question 27 from section 9.4. It's read as x squared minus 8x minus 4y minus 4 equals to 0, and we need to analyze this kind of section. Now, you can always use the help calculator. I will also go through the book method for you, but feel free to use calculators with the conic sections when you graph them on decimals. It gives you a parabola here. Let's take a look at how is book handling these question types. So first step is you're going to analyze this conic section to transform the given equation into one that matches the general form of a conic section. Note that the y term has a power of 1. So this is a very good point that when the y has a power of 1, it's going to be a parabola. So here's what they did. X squared minus 8x plus 16. First, they put the x squared minus 8x here and move the 4y and 4 to the other side. Now, in order to complete this to a perfect square, you need to add a number here. So half of 8 is 4 squared 16. So you have to add 16 to the both sides of the equation to balance it. But you already have a 4 on this side, so you're actually adding 20 to the right side of the equation. Now you're going to factor each side of the equation. Now this is a perfect square trinomial that you can factor as x minus 4 to the second power. And then this one, 4 is the common greatest common factor. So you can factor out the 4 in parentheses y plus 5. So this is how we are going to organize the given problem. Now, if you look at these formulas given in the book, you can write these on a piece of paper while you're taking a test or a final exam. So for hyperbola, this is the formula. There's a minus between them, or depending on the orientation, y might show up first and then the x. For parabola, it's going to look like y minus k squared is equal to 4a times x minus h, or x minus h squared is equal to 4a times y minus k, depending on the orientation. For ellipses, it is almost like the same formula as the hyperbola, but the sign is plus. And then the circle is same form of the ellipses, but for circle A and B, they are the same number. So when we match x minus 4 squared is equal to 4 times y plus 5, this is going to match with the parabola general equation. So we're going to match x minus h squared is equal to 4a y minus k with what we find out, which makes the h value to be 4 and then the k value to be negative 5. So h value to be 4 and k value to be negative 1. So, and then what else can I find from the general form? I can find the a value. So if we match this with the formula, 4a is 4, so a value is 1. So we already got the vertex as 4 and negative 5. The focus of this parabola is found at h comma k plus a, since h is 4 and k is negative 5 and a value to be 1. If we just add the k and a value, negative 5 plus 1 will give me a negative 4. And then for focus, we will need just h and k plus a. So this is how we're going to find the focus here. Now compare the equation x minus 4 squared is equal to 4 times y plus 5 to the general equations to determine the location of the directrix. So we have 4 different directrix formula depending on what kind of equation we have. The one in this problem starts with x, so I'm going to look at either the third or the fourth one. And then the y has a positive coefficient, so the a value is a positive here. So I know that I'm going to have to use this third equation for directrix. So y is equal to k minus a. And we already know that k is equal to here, k is equal to a negative 5 and a is equal to a 1. So if we add them up for directrix, so we need to actually subtract them for the equation. Negative 5 minus 1 will be a y equals negative 6, which will be the directrix. And then for the graph, you can choose the one which has the same vertex and the same orientation. This is how you can handle lesson 23, homework section 9.4 and question 27.